Ever feel like there's this more powerful you? Like a hidden beast mode,
Yeah.
just waiting to be unleashed.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of people feel that way, that desire to reach their full potential, become the best version of themselves.
Well, we found this 6-month plan that claims to do just that.
Yeah.
Help you become that best version. And what's interesting is it's not about like some crazy overnight transformation or anything like that. It's all about building habits step by step
Right.
in 4 key areas: your body, mindset, knowledge, and focus.
I like that. It's holistic, It recognizes that those areas are all connected.
Yeah.
They influence each other. So it's like you're building a really strong foundation.
Yeah, brick by brick.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's start with the body. The plan dives into the classics,
Yeah.
sleep, exercise, and diet.
Right.
But even with those basics, there are always those pain points, right?
For sure.
Like, how many of us actually get enough sleep?
Right.
And even if we do, is it actually good quality sleep?
That's a big one. Quality over quantity, right?
For sure. So what does this plan say about sleep?
Well, it recommends 7 to 8 hours.
Okay.
Ideally between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. But, it also acknowledges that not everyone's the same.
Right.
Some people are night owls. Some people are morning larks. It's about finding your own rhythm.
Oh, so no more guilt trips about not being a morning person.
Exactly.
Okay.
The key is consistency. Figure out what works for you and stick to it.
Okay, I love that. Now let's move on to exercise.
Oh, boy.
The plan suggests at least 30 minutes a day,
You're right.
which, let's be honest, can feel impossible.
Yeah, for a lot of people, that's a struggle.
Yeah, between work, family, life,
Mm-hmm.
who has time?
That's where the plan gets interesting. It's not about those long gym sessions necessarily.
Oh.
It's about finding ways to move throughout your day,
Okay.
like walking on your lunch break, taking the stairs.
Oh, what's
Yeah, little things like that.
So ditching that all or nothing mentality.
Exactly.
I like that. So what about diet? I know the plan highlights fresh fruit. Is there something magical about apples and bananas that I'm missing?
It's not about specific foods, really. It's more about a shift in your overall eating habits, focusing on whole, unprocessed foods.
So nourishing your body from the inside out.
Right.
Okay, makes sense. Now let's talk about mindset.
Okay.
This is where things get a little unexpected. The plan recommends cold showers.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Cold showers?
Yeah.
I mean, is this some Spartan warrior training or what?
It might feel that way at first, but there's a method to the madness.
Okay.
So cold exposure has been shown to have all sorts of benefits,
Like what?
improving circulation,
Okay.
increasing alertness,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really about the mental training.
Oh. So it's not just about enduring the cold.
It's about pushing past your comfort zone,
Mm.
proving to yourself that you can do hard things.
So building that mental resilience.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that can translate to other areas of your life,
Okay, I'm starting to see the connection. Now, this plan also talks about setting boundaries, saying no more often, minding your own business, which for people pleasers like me, that can be tough.
It's a skill for sure, but it's essential.
But how do you balance, being helpful with protecting your time and energy?
Well, it's about being intentional. You have the right to decline requests that don't align with your priorities,
Right.
without feeling guilty.
So it's about recognizing your limits.
Exactly. And communicating clearly.
It's a tough one. Okay, so along similar lines, the plan also talks about being a better listener,
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
which in this noisy world can be hard.
It's so easy to get distracted,
Oh, yeah.
to be thinking about what you're going to say next instead of actually listening.
Uh-huh. So how do we become better listeners?
Well, start with awareness. Pay attention to your habits. Are you truly present in conversations?
That's a good point.
Are you making eye contact? Are you actually absorbing what the other person's saying?
Right.
It's a skill you can develop.
Yeah, I think we could all benefit from that.
For sure.
Okay, so we've covered the body and mindset pillars of this whole beast mode plan. Let's move on to knowledge and growth.
Okay, good stuff.
The plan suggests reading 50+ pages every day.
Wow.
Now I'm already feeling overwhelmed.
But it's not about speed reading or anything.
Right.
It's about cultivating a love of learning,
Okay.
expanding your mental horizons.
But 50 pages a day?
Yeah.
How do you even find the time?
It's about finding what interests you.
Okay,
What are you curious about? What do you want to learn more about?
so follow your passion.
Exactly. And remember, consistency is key. Even 15 minutes a day can make a big difference.
That's encouraging. Okay, this plan also suggests learning the new skill every 3 months.
Oh, I like that.
Now, isn't that a bit much? I mean, where do you even find the time? And how do you choose what to focus on?
It can feel overwhelming,
Uh,
but think about it this way. What would enhance your career? What would help you pursue your passions?
okay.
What would challenge you?
So aligning your skills with your goals.
Exactly. And you don't have to become an expert overnight. Just take small steps.
I see.
15 minutes a day, even. It all adds up.
Okay, I'm starting to get this. Now, speaking of focus, the plan recommends dedicating 4 hours each day to deep work.
Wow, that's serious.
4 hours. Is that even humanly possible?
This sounds daunting.
Yeah.
But it's about creating those pockets of time where you can really focus.
No distractions.
Exactly.
But how do you actually do that? I mean, we're constantly bombarded with distractions these days.
It takes effort. One strategy is to schedule those deep work sessions in your calendar.
Oh, interesting.
Treat them like important appointments.
No checking emails.
Right.
No social media.
Exactly. It's about setting boundaries and protecting that time.
That's a good point. But doesn't that risk burnout? I mean, 4 hours of intense focus.
That's where balance comes in. The plan emphasizes that too.
How good.
It's not about becoming a machine.
Right.
It's about finding a sustainable rhythm.
That works for you. This whole becoming a beast concept is starting to take shape. It's not about aggression or anything like that. It's about being intentional,
Yeah.
making choices that align with your values and goals.
Absolutely. Taking control of your life.
Yeah, I like that. But speaking of control, this plan also talks about expanding your world and building a strong community. But isn't this whole beast mode thing about individual growth?
That's a great question. And it leads us to the next phase of this transformation. It's not just about you, it's about connecting with others who share your values.
So it's not about isolating yourself.
No, not at all.
So finding your tribe, your pack.
Exactly.
Okay, so what does a beast mode community even look like?
Think about the people who inspire you, the people who challenge you, who
Yeah.
celebrate your wins. That's your beast mode community.
But where do you find these people? I'm not seeing any aspiring beasts meetups in my area.
You might be surprised. Look online. Look in your local community.
Okay.
There are book clubs, fitness groups,
Yeah.
professional networks, online forums.
I see.
You just have to look for them.
And I guess it's not just about finding those people, but being that person for others too, right?
Absolutely. It's a two-way street. You support them, they support you. Everyone benefits.
This whole beast mode idea has really evolved from where we started.
It has, hasn't it?
It's less about aggression, more about intentionality,
Mm-hmm.
about making choices that align with your values, your goals,
Exactly.
and building a community that supports you.
It's a holistic approach.
It is. Okay, well, we've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
from optimizing our bodies and minds to expanding our knowledge, mastering our focus,
Right.
even talking about finances and the power of community.
It's all connected.
It is. What does beast mode mean to you?
That's the question, isn't it? What does your beast mode look like?
That's something for everyone to think about.
It is.
And we'll continue exploring this in the next part of our discussion. We'll be diving deeper into the importance of disconnecting.
That's an important one.
It is. Creating space for rejuvenation and reflection.
I can't wait.
So stay tuned, folks. This beast-making journey is just getting started. Okay, so we've talked about building a solid foundation, right, for this whole beast mode thing. Optimizing our bodies, our minds, fueling our minds with knowledge.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
But there's another piece to this puzzle that we haven't really explored yet, and that's the financial aspect.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It is. This plan really emphasizes, not just making money, but managing it wisely,
Uh-huh.
building long-term financial well-being.
Yeah.
And honestly, that kind of surprised me at first. I mean, I always thought becoming a beast was more about like inner strength,
Yeah.
personal growth, not necessarily about money. So where does financial well-being
Yeah.
fit into all of this?
Well, it's not about like chasing riches or anything like that. It's
No.
about understanding how money works, making informed decisions, creating a sense of security, abundance in your life, and that can fuel your other pursuits,
So it's not about getting rich quick.
No, not at all.
It's about taking control of your finances, planning for the future.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think for a lot of people, myself included, the world of finance can feel kind of intimidating.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
It's complex. So where do we even begin?
Well, start by taking a look at your current situation.
Okay.
What are your income and expenses? Do you have any debt? What are your goals, both short-term and long-term?
So like taking inventory.
Exactly. Once you have a clear picture, then you can start making a plan.
Okay, so creating a roadmap, basically,
Getting
for
started.
our financial journey.
Yeah. And there are tons of resources out there to help you.
Like what?
Books, articles, online courses,
Hmm.
financial advisors. You just got to do a little research.
So educate yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, good advice. This whole becoming a beast journey is really starting to feel like it encompasses all these different aspects of life.
It does, doesn't it?
Our physical health, mental well-being, our intellectual pursuits, now our financial well-being.
Yeah.
It's like weaving together all these different threads.
Right. It's holistic.
Yeah, to create this tapestry of a fulfilling life.
I like that. And it all works together, you know? When you feel good financially, it reduces stress.
Oh, for sure.
And that frees up mental energy for other things.
It's like this ripple effect.
Exactly.
Okay, so speaking of ripple effects, let's circle back to the concept of deep work,
Uh-huh.
which we touched on earlier. Now, this plan really emphasizes it not just for productivity, but for financial success as well.
Right. It's a game changer.
So how does spending 4 hours a day in deep work actually translate into, financial gain?
Well, it's not just about working more.
Oh.
It's about working smarter.
Okay.
It's about mastering your craft, tapping into your creativity.
When you can really focus.
Exactly. You produce higher quality work. You become more efficient.
So ultimately, it increases your earning potential.
Right. Because you become more valuable.
I see. So deep work is like an investment
It is.
that pays off in the long run.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about distractions. Because let's be honest, finding those 4 hours of uninterrupted focus in this day and age, that's tough.
It is. It's a constant battle.
It is. Emails, texts, notifications, it never ends.
It's like our brains are wired for distraction now.
Right. So how do we break free from that?
Well, you got to be proactive.
Okay.
Schedule those deep work sessions in your calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Treat them like important meetings.
So no checking your phone, no multitasking.
Exactly. Just focus.
I mean, that takes some serious discipline.
It does. One thing that can help is to create physical distance.
Oh, interesting.
Put your phone in another room.
Okay.
Turn off your Wi-Fi.
Like really make it hard to get distracted.
Exactly.
We have to outsmart ourselves.
Pretty much.
It sounds like a lot of work.
It is at first.
Yeah.
But it gets easier.
You start to rewire your brain
Exactly.
to crave that focus.
Right. And then you start to experience the benefits.
Yeah.
The productivity, the creativity, the sense of accomplishment.
It's like all these pieces fit together, to create this more holistic picture of well-being.
It is.
It's not just about achievement. It's about balance,
Right.
fulfillment, living in alignment with your values.
It's a journey,
It is.
not a destination.
Well said. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. From optimizing our bodies and minds to expanding our knowledge, mastering our focus, taking control of our finances,
Right.
even the importance of disconnecting.
It's all connected.
It is. So what does beast mode mean to you?
That's a great question. What does your beast mode look like?
Yeah, what does it look like? We're going to continue exploring this in the next part of our discussion.
Yeah.
We're going to dive deeper into that whole disconnecting thing,
I'm looking forward to that.
creating space for rejuvenation.
Yeah, that's important.
Reflection. So stay tuned, folks. This beast-making journey, it's just getting started. So we've talked about optimizing our bodies, right?
Yeah.
Getting our minds sharp, building a strong financial foundation.
All important stuff.
It is. But in this crazy, always-on world, there's another piece to unleashing our inner beast, and that is the power of disconnecting.
It sounds counterintuitive, but it's so true.
It does. Stepping away from all the digital noise.
Yeah, it's key.
It is. I mean, it's like our brains are constantly bombarded with information.
Absolutely.
Stimuli. It's hard to even hear yourself think sometimes.
Right. Like, how can you tap into your full potential when you're always plugged in?
Exactly. It's like our brains are in overdrive, jumping from one notification to the next. But how do you actually unplug when, let's be honest, our phones feel like extensions of ourselves?
It is tough, but the benefits are so worth it.
Like what? Convince me.
Well, think about it. When you're constantly plugged in, your attention is fragmented, right? You're never fully present.
Yeah, that's true.
Disconnecting allows you to reclaim your focus, recharge your energy,
Okay.
and, tap into a deeper level of creativity.
Oh, I like that. So you're saying it's about creating space for those aha moments.
Exactly. And it's not just about creativity either. Disconnecting allows you to connect more deeply with yourself and the world around you. You start to notice things you wouldn't otherwise.
Like what?
You know, the beauty in everyday things, the warmth of the sun, the laughter of loved ones,
Oh, yeah.
the simple pleasures.
It's like hitting the reset button on your senses.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's be practical. How do we actually do this? I mean, I think we can all admit we have a problem.
Oh, for sure.
But then what?
Start with awareness.
Okay.
How much time are you spending on your phone?
Well,
What apps are you using? When do you find yourself reaching for your phone out of habit?
right.
Once you understand your patterns, then you can set some boundaries.
So like what? What kind of boundaries?
Well, it could be simple things.
Mm.
Designating certain times of day as tech-free zones, meal times, family time, an hour before bed.
No phone zone.
Exactly. Or maybe you don't check your phone first thing in the morning
That's a good one.
or last thing at night.
Yeah, I like that. Reclaiming those moments for yourself.
Right. But I know what you're thinking.
What?
What if I miss something important?
Okay, yeah. That's a big one for me. It's like this fear of missing out.
It is, but in reality, very few things require our immediate attention.
That's true.
We've just become so accustomed to instant gratification.
We have.
We've forgotten how to be patient.
Yeah. It's like we're always on edge.
Right. But when you allow yourself to disconnect, you give yourself permission to miss out. And you might be surprised by what you gain in return.
Like what?
A sense of calm, renewed focus, a deeper appreciation for the present moment.
It's like you're trading those fleeting digital highs for a more sustained sense of peace.
Exactly. But I know it's easier said than done.
It is. So for someone who's really struggling with this, what advice would you give?
Well, one strategy is to replace your digital habits with analog activities.
Oh, interesting.
So instead of scrolling through social media, go for a walk in nature.
Okay.
Instead of binge watching Netflix, read a book.
I like it.
Instead of texting a friend, pick up the phone and call them.
Right. So it's about filling that void with something more nourishing.
It is. And it's not about deprivation.
No.
It's about enrichment, making choices that align with your values.
You know, this whole journey, this beast mode thing, it's really about becoming the architect of your own life, isn't it?
It is. You get to decide what that looks like.
It's about designing a lifestyle that works for you.
Yeah.
That nourishes your mind, body, and spirit.
It's about taking control.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this series, from optimizing our bodies and minds to expanding our knowledge, mastering our focus,
Right.
building a strong financial foundation, even embracing discomfort and the power of disconnecting.
A lot to think about.
It is. But remember, this is just the beginning. The real work starts now. As you take these ideas and apply them to your own life,
You got this.
you do. Now, as we wrap up, we'd love to leave you with some questions for reflection. What does becoming your beast mode look like? What small step can you take today to move closer to that vision? And who are the people you want by your side on this journey? Remember, you have the power to unlock your full potential.
It's time to step into your power, embrace the challenge, and become the unstoppable force you were meant to be.
We're here to support you every step of the way. Be sure to check out our other deep dives on all sorts of topics: productivity, fitness, mindset, relationships, you name it. And if you're ready to join our community of like-minded individuals who are committed to growth, hit that subscribe button.
Keep striving, keep growing, and keep unleashing your full potential. Until next time, keep diving deep.